Welcome and thank you for joining me again. Today we're going to be replacing rear shocks on both of the Volvos, and this is my friend Anders' beautiful 1990 740 turbocharged Volvo with a whopping 333,000 kilometers. We'll begin the replacement on my 240. This was filmed earlier. Now my 240 on the rear will get KYB and the 740 will get Sachs. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. They are made in Mexico. The Sachs were not available onto my 240, so I had to go with KYB, made in Japan. The part numbers will be included in the description below. Let's do a quick comparison of the two brands. For me, the Sachs look like they're better quality visually. The bushings are thicker. In black, they look better. And definitely the KYBs are way more stiffer. As you can tell here, I can barely compress the KYB with one hand. So we'll see later how my 240 will behave with those stiff KYBs. But it is what it is. It's still gonna be better than my bad ones that are right now on the car. What I did notice is that the back of the car collapses way easier, so I knew it's not good. I knew that the shocks are bad because it's really bouncy. Let's take a look at the mileage on the car for reference later. 218,000 kilometers. Let's begin. It's gonna be a longer video, so enjoy it. We'll obviously begin by raising the car, securing it with some jack stands and taking the wheel off. Now, I'm pretty sure that those are 35-year-old shocks. These are the original factory ones installed. They definitely leaked out long time ago. Maybe not completely, but as you can see, all the dust and rust and oil. An interesting design at the bottom with a spacer on the control arm. That bushing is cracked, so it's definitely old, probably original. Let me tell me in the comments, what do you think, original or not? Now the replacement should take no more than 30 to 40 minutes, and the left side will be replaced in 30 to 40 minutes, but you'll see later what's gonna happen on the passenger side. That's gonna be a big headache, and 40 minutes will develop into 4 hours, and you'll see later why. So there is a nut and a washer on the body side. And I definitely need a new jack, because 2 jacks is nice to have when doing repairs, so I'll have to look for something. So yeah, lots of dust and oil residue. The bottom bushing is cracked, super old, super rusty. And let's confirm my thoughts. So what you're gonna see now is that it definitely collapses with zero effort, but it does work the other way. So my feelings were not wrong. The back of the car was collapsing easily. What can I say? The original Volvo shocks, the bushings are way more substantial compared to the KYBs. but it is what it is. We'll put them on and continue to drive it. Interesting design with a spacer on this longer bolt. And honestly, looks like I didn't learn the lesson, especially when you work on these older Volvos. Order new fasteners, because you never know what's gonna break, what's not gonna undo. So in my case, the left side, I was lucky. It didn't screw and everything went well. Both upper nut and the lower bolt are 85 Newton meters. So this completes the left side replacement. Now let's go ahead and continue on the passenger side. And this is where the surprise will come. On the passenger side, I did find some rust going on. Definitely will need to look at this and try to prevent further damage. Now here's the issue. The bolt would not come out. No matter what I did, I'm gonna fast forward here everything so it's not too long. I tried my best, but eventually I just damaged the edge of it, and I understood that I'll need to cut it and grind it off. Now don't ask why I did that, but I did cut into the shock, thinking I'm gonna completely cut it out so I have more room. So, but it was interesting to see. As you can tell, there is oil in there. So anyway, my thoughts are that the bolt completely seized in that sleeve. That's why it's not coming out, and I can tell, you can see that it's expanded and cracked. So the plan is to cut it. I've used some heat. As you can see, I've destroyed the bushing and confirmed. You can see the metal is cracked, completely seized. Let's continue to work on it. Using a jigsaw, I'm gonna cut out the bolt in half. Finally, the shock is out, and yes, the bolt welded itself onto the sleeve. I'm gonna grind off the bolt on the other side. And just to show you what I'm doing here, I'm trying to be careful not to damage the sway bar. And finally, I sheared off the head, and we can knock out the bothersome bolt and sleeve. Well, all of this cost me a few hours of labor. I've ordered some new parts on my way to Volvo a few days later. Luckily, the parts are available, so I'm always happy to visit the Volvo dealer. Just enjoy being there. Let's take a look at this renovated Volvo Winnipeg. Beautiful space. Land Rover and Jaguar are out, and here is my new bolt, nut and sleeve. I'm gonna leave the part numbers in the description below, and let's take a look, Swedish Scandinavian design on the interior. And let me tell you, I love those black emblems. I've actually ordered from AliExpress same black letterings for my Volvo. We'll see if I'm gonna put them on maybe this summer. There are some accessories available here. And on my way home, let's take a free coffee. Why not? Finally, we can finish the job. I'm gonna leave a link on the new exhaust video that I've installed last summer. I'm gonna put the link right now on the screen. You can watch it later. So let's take a look at the damage here. Honestly, I should have ordered this before. It's not that expensive, but here is the sleeve with the bolt completely seized. The passenger side for some reason, and just look at how the bushing was on also corroded onto the bolt. Let's make it quick since we've already done the other side, installing the new shock on the car, putting all the hardware and tightening to 85 Newton meters. Now let's compare the after. Yep, definitely the shocks are working as they're supposed to. Pretty stiff back. And let's take a look at before. Time to move to the 740. We're gonna do a comparison here of how the back behaved before. Yep, pretty easy to compress the shocks. I told Anders it feels wrong. It feels like the shocks are not working as they're supposed to. And there will be a surprise here too. Let's take a look.
Yeah, for sure.
All this dust and dirt, that's your indicator. So there is one bolt up here, one bolt over here, and I'm going to show that it has a different design. Wait, switch.
It's spinning.
Switch. Yeah.
Anyway, after some time we were able to remove the nut, finally. Up top of camera there is a plug that hides the bolt here. We didn't record it for some reason.
Moment of truth.
I do wonder if this is also the original Volvo shock from factory. Comment below, what do you think? Is that the original shock?
It's done.
There it is.
See that?
Perfect.
Okay.
And tighten both bolts and nuts to 85 Newton meters, top and bottom.
Our viewers at the amount of can you hold it? I just want to show here, so the light is just the amount of dirt. Yeah, this is all oil.
And here is the trouble. The same issue, the bolt has rusted onto the bushing on the shock. So we're gonna have to cut it out as well and order parts again. Use the same technique to cut it and grind off the head of the bolt. And now we can remove the shock finally after an hour of struggle. Lesson learned: next time I'm doing any suspension work, I'm ordering new fasteners, despite the cost. Here is the new bolt and nut. I'm gonna leave the part numbers in the description below.
I'm afraid to go more. Actually, good.
This completes the repair. Let's take a look at before and after. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget the notification bell. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye, guys.